Floating markets are a unique feature of South Asia, where buying and selling activities take place while floating on board. In Bangladesh, the floating guava market is particularly well known and recognized as one of the largest floating markets in Asia. We are now at the Bhimruli Floating Guava Market. It is the largest guava market on the Asian continent. In nearly 26 villages across the three districts of Jhalokathi, Pirojpur and Barishal, guava orchards cover 31,000 acres of land. To reach this market, we had to travel nearly 200 kilometers. But it wasn't just the distance. Along the way, there were paths that at every moment reminded us of daring adventures. Will we be able to cross this bridge? If I fall from here, will I be found? August is the most suitable time to visit this floating market. Right after the guavas, the hog farm season begins. I can see many hog plum trees here. Upon reaching here, our first task was to rent a boat. Should we take a small dinghy or should we take a trawler? Our decision would determine how we experience this floating market. The main way to reach this market is by waterways. The river and canal waters serves as the roads of the market. To enter the market, we still had to travel about 10 more kilometers by boat, which promised a unique experience for us. First, we spoke to a boatman, but the price he asked seemed much higher than normal, so we decided to look elsewhere. We continued searching for another boat because our journey would begin by boat. How far from here can we get a boat? Someone told us that if we go a little further, we could get a boat at a lower price. So we started moving ahead. Soon we rented a trawler. Another family and a solo traveler joined us. 3 different stories on the same boat, where none of us knew each other, yet all of us had the same destination. This canal is very narrow and limited. Only 2 trawlers can go side by side here. The trawlers are about 3 meters wide, and the canal is around 8 to 12 meters wide. Life like this canal is also very limited, and within this confined time, we found a new friend. Along the journey, we could see guava orchards one after another. On the way back, we would pass through these orchards again. Small boats floating on the river were selling guavas. We saw tourists from different parts of the country. Those moments are absolutely lively and vibrant. We had already reached Bhimruli. On both sides, several boats were floating. As soon as we got off, the Buddhist hotel caught our eye. We had discovered this name while searching about the market on Google. This time, we docked our boat at the ghat. Around 20,000 families here are directly involved in guava cultivation. Alongside guavas, various types of fish are also being sold here. But the most surprising thing was our introduction to a new fruit. Its name was sharboti. It looked like a lemon, but its taste was sweet. Here we tried jhalmuri as street food. Thanks to Bombay chilies, it was incredibly spicy. This is very spicy. On boat after another was arriving and docking here. Some carried tourists, while others were loaded with guavas. This is the everyday scene here. After exploring the market of locally grown guavas, we set off again toward the guava orchards. On the way back, we saw many tourists still heading to the market. However, outside the country, Thailand's Thaka floating market is also quite famous. After entering the orchard, we started climbing up to get a slightly different view from above. The view from the top was stunning. Below, we could see one boat after another heading toward the market with tourists, while some small dinghies were selling fresh guavas. Now we have entered the interior of the orchard. Even though there are trees, finding guavas on them is difficult. In fact, an entry fee is required to enter here, and here's an agreement that if guavas are found, they can be taken. So at this moment, getting guavas in this orchard is almost impossible. I tried a guava that looked ripe but didn't taste very good, although I had another one a little earlier which was quite tasty. We returned and noticed some unusually shaped taro here. These look a lot like turtles. On this journey, we explored Bangladesh's only floating market. In the next video, we will try to bring you a new story of history, tradition, or culture.